What's going on, true believers? And we're back, top five Thursdays. In this week episode, we're talking about return specialists. Again, it's not in no specific order, but these are my top five. Of course, I got some honorable mentions. So, without any further ado, let's freaking go. Yeah. So, as I told y'all before, this is top five Thursdays. But as we always do, we must talk about them honorable mentions. Yes, yes. And I got three for you. So my first honorable mention goes to, I gotta take you to the crib. Josh Cribbs, that is. Josh Cribbs, I think first of all, he came to the league as a quarterback. That's one. But they found something special about him in the return game. And man, I think it was one game he had two kickoff returns for a touchdown, and he made it was an incredible one he did against the Steelers, where he fumbled it at the 1 yard line, then went into the end zone, and then took it over to the house. Um, Unfortunately, his career was cut short because of concussions. But even though his career was not that long, it still was an impact where he had, I think, damn near eight kickoff returns for a touchdown and three punts for a touchdown, which is remarkable. That I think if his career didn't get short, I think he possibly wouldn't have been close, or he would have broke the record for return touchdowns. Maybe, I don't know. Next guy, speaking of someone that had records, Brian Mitchell, the all-time leader in return yards total. Played for several teams, Washington Eagles. I think he played for the Giants at one point. Um, bad boy, bad boy. When I say that dude was fearless, he was a running back, but most people remember him as a kick returner, punt returner. Fearless, and we cannot disregard what he has done in the history. And last but not least, Desmond Howard. I'm a Michigan Wolverine fan, but that's not the point for this one. The reason is he came close to being a bust. He was drafted by Washington. Washington thought he could make it as a receiver in the NFL. Couldn't. But they knew he had another specialty, which was returning. His first NFL touchdown was actually a return. Washington against the Falcons. We will talk more about that, especially that game. And his, but he just could not be a good receiver, so he went to the expansion Jaguars at the time, and didn't do nothing there. It was by luck, or should I say, by luck of the draw, that he got traded to the Green Bay Packers, and the rest is history. The dude was returning punts and kicks like he used to in college. In fact, he is, as a recording, still the only man in Super Bowl history to win a Super Bowl MVP just for returning kicks. Only one in history. He did retire uh, as a Detroit Lion, and guess how he finished his career? With a punt return for a touchdown. So that is my honorable mentions. So let's get into it. Let's get into the top five return specialist. And I'm going to start with the man. He is ridiculous. He is Devin Hester. Yes, Devin Hester, who came from the U. Let's put it out there for the U. And made a mark his freaking rookie season. Again, someone else that he could have played receiver, he could have played corner, but kick return was his thing. And let's not sleep on his receiving skills, but we're talking about returning here. He is the all-time leader in return touchdowns, combined touchdowns. And it landed him here. It landed him in the Hall of Fame. So shout out to him. And this is the first time I'm going to do this. Hopefully I can do many more, but how about a little highlight?
It's Hester trying to work it back to the middle. Gets past the first wave, and here he goes. It's Hester inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. And no flag, 92 yards.
That boy is a bad man. My number two. I need y'all to know what time it is. Do y'all know what time it is? Well, there's only one time. It's prime time. Dion. You can call him Neon Dion. You can call him prime time. But you knew what time it was. Not just as one of the best shutdown corners there ever was, but he returned kicks. In fact, his first touchdown, first time touching the ball, was a punt return for a touchdown. Not only that, he had many punt returns for the Falcons, kick returns for the Falcons. He didn't really do it in the 49ers, but he did return interceptions. But when he got to the Cowboys, they brought that back to his forte when he did one of the most, one of his best returns was against the Giants on the night game. Never forget it. Of course I'm not. But Deion Sanders' career led him here. Another one in the Hall of Fame. One of my favorite players of all times. And yes, and just like that. Do I got one? I think I do. Ready? Here we go.
Time. He's going to dart right. Andy Copeland, remember he had the speed before it? Not this time. What, Chip Lohmiller's going to catch him? Give us a break. He could go all the way. 99 yards for prime time with a prime time dance.
Prime time was my next one. So after that, I got one for you. I don't care what y'all think. This is my top five. And I grew up watching this guy because I was one of those short guys. I'm kind of still a short guy. I'm 5'10", but I was one of those short guys when I was in elementary and high school, and I watched this little guy return punts, return kicks, and he was a third down back. I'm talking about the one and only David Meggett, the little big man. And everywhere he went, he was a freaking return specialist. Most of his career was the Giants. Of course, he got a Super Bowl ring with us. Then he went to the Patriots. He followed Bill Parcells. Then he followed Bill Parcells to the Jets. I don't want to talk about his personal because that's not what it's about. It's about his return. Dave Meggett was that dude. Okay. Point blank, period. He was that dude. Small in stature, but big at heart. And he was not afraid to go through the trenches if you give him a chance to. So Dave Meggett will be my number 3. And yes, I do. Come on, I got this.
Meggett will run from the 31, gets the 40, 45, gets the 50. One man back is Berger. Berger slows him down, hits him, and he still breaks the tackle. He will score! One-on-one!
With a
Yeah, I grew up watching that dude. So after this, so I only got 2 more, huh? All right. How about, I don't know. How about human joystick? Dante Hall. This man juked a whole team. a whole team. Like, there was no blocking. He juked the whole team. Dante Hall was something special. Like, return game, receiving game, but mostly his return game is remembered. And the moves he used to put on people. And if he hit that X, you know it was over. And you don't remember. Here it is. If he hit that, it was over. He already in the end zone. It was a done deal. And of course, I got the highlight.
And miss, looking to try to get to the outside. He's in trouble, surrounded. Now he gets to the left side. He's got nobody but the kicker in front of him. Hall's up the left side, 35-40. A block on Noor. He's at the 35-30. The human joystick with the touchdown. Kansas City.
No blocking at all. Okay. Last but not least, I'm really going to take y'all. I ain't going to say take y'all back, but you need to remember. Don't remember this Cleveland Brown team. Remember the Cleveland Browns, the old late 80s, early 90s Cleveland Browns. And you got to remember this guy. Eric Metcalf was one of the most electrifying guys. I think him, Dave Meggett, and Deontay Hall will be big time in this league right now. Like, this dude was Mr. All-Purpose, but he was dangerous on those kick and punt returns. If you don't know, he had one of the best games I ever seen on NBC, NFL on NBC. That's right, I'm showing my age. Pittsburgh against Cleveland in the original dog pound. 2 punt returns for a touchdown. 1 to beat the Steelers. Yeah. That's that dude, Mr. Eric. And that's the picture. No, that's the offensive play he did down there. But still, this guy was special. I mean, he came in drafted as a running back, but do you know that he transferred to a receiver and became one of the best receivers? And he did play for many teams, but this is around the free agent era, and he was smartly. I just found today he played for the Packers. I totally forgot he played for the Packers, but he did. So if I'm gonna end it right, I'm gonna end it right. Show that beautiful beam footage.
To the 30, outside to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, in the Steelers territory, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 15,
Bad man. So that will conclude, or should I say end, my top 5 Thursday return specialists. I hope you enjoyed it. If you agree, cool. If you don't agree, who is your top 5? Who's in your top 5? And again, it don't have to be in order, but who's your top 5 return specialists? Put it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the podcast channel on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook under Mr. Attention Getter, which is also Self-Made Podcast. Until then, I'm your boy Enforcer. Deuces.